One of life's great pleasures is waking up and watching the sunrise, especially here in Bali, when you do get some really fantastic ones. I'm at the port down in Padang Bai, the sleepy but sometimes bustling port, which takes passengers from Bali across to Lombok on slow ferries, such as this one. I've actually bought a ticket this morning to get on the ferry across to Lombok with my motorbike, and we're going to go and explore a little bit over that side, and then I'm going to get onto the Gili Islands. So today's going to be a bit of a travel day. I'm looking forward to it actually. I've actually parked my bike on that boat there. That's mine, that's going soon. And it's called the Shitter, the mighty Shitter. So I'll be sitting on the Shitter for about 5 hours today, contemplating life as we cross the often turbulent waters of the Lombok Strait. Join me as we go to Lombok. In the history of boating, I think there's hardly a better name than the mighty Shitter. It's one of my favourite boat names. That looks a little bit smaller than previous vessels I've been across to Lombok on, but that's no problem. Usually on these vessels there's a bit of food to eat, a bit of a few drinks and so forth. And before you get on, it's always a good idea to go and get some snacks as well, because it can be a long journey. I've already been offered a cabin in there. I can get a private cabin for 300,000 or a share cabin for 150,000, so I can have a sleep. I'm not going to do that today. I sort of considered it, to be honest, because I am a bit tired. It's 6 o'clock in the morning at the moment, or a bit earlier than that, and I've been driving all the way from Sanur to here. But no, I'm going to stay up on deck and see what it throws at me. Got myself a takeaway coffee and I'm ready to roll. So I was actually a little bit nervous about coming on this trip, to be honest. I've been thinking about it for a while now, and the nerves sort of stem from a couple of different areas, but the main one is the hassle of getting to the Gilis. The Gilis is actually a bit of a hassle to get to, unless you just throw money at the problem. If you throw money at the problem, a lot of the problems go away, and you don't have to really care too much, and if things get delayed, you'll be okay. But for me, I don't know, it's not just about the money for me. I don't like overpaying for stuff, just generally. And so when I was sort of planning this trip, I was looking for a ticket online, and I find that most of them are a little bit overpriced, you know, because a lot of agents are involved with that sort of thing. And I think paying 400,000 for one person in a shared vessel and taxi. Morning. I think it's a little bit expensive, which is what I was being quoted, or 450 at times. I mean, I could do it, but, and also the other thing is, because we're in the wet season, there's a bigger chance of having bad weather, and I don't want to get stuck on the islands. So I thought, well, look, I'll catch a slow boat and take my own bike. That was sort of what I decided to do in the end, which I think is the best sort of middle ground, you know. I mean, I could have caught public transport all the way up to Padang Bai, spent a night here, and then caught the slow boat, but I thought I'd just use my bike. And it cost me 167,000 for the boat across, which includes me and the bike, one way. And I think it's a pretty good deal. Petrol costs almost zero. I'm feeling pretty good about it now, but yeah, there was definitely a time where I was feeling a little bit unsettled about this trip, and I was thinking, oh, do I really want to do it, you know? This journey on the boat's about 5.5 hours from Padang Bai to the town of Lombok in Lombok. So I've got my supplies, which you really need on this trip. There is a canteen on board, so I'm not too worried about it. If I run out of stuff to eat or drink, it'll be fine. Just take a bit of cash with you. That's the way to go. So let's board the mighty Shitter. So the thing about this is that these boats run 24/7. So if you want to get on a boat at midnight, you can do it. Or you want to get on one at 1:30, there's one of those too, both directions. And the reason they go so often, it's like a sea toll almost, a toll road across the ocean. And all these big trucks coming from Java, obviously carrying a lot of stuff, are doing this trip day and night, and it's really a very busy route. And it's like this from Bali to Java as well, probably even a little bit busier. Okay, up these steps and we're on board. This is it. This is the story. This is the back of the boat. This is where all the smokers hang out. And then we've got an inside area with, oh look, it looks interesting. Look at seats. Terus, yeah, makasih. Ada di atas juga ya? Tapi pasti panas. Here we go, look at this, this is a place to be up here. Might do this for the first part of the trip actually. Beautiful. You see that sunrise coming through, peeking through over there as well. Beautiful, look at that. That's the story, isn't it? Beautiful, just beautiful. Your classic tropical paradise look, isn't it? That's where the captain goes, he's in there, doing his thing. Not even sure if I'm supposed to be in this area actually. So I'm hanging out with some of the crew here. Hello. Hello. Make sure you like and subscribe, yeah. This guy's got Shitta FC. Ah, there we go. Yeah. He's got the shirt and everything. I want one of those as well. That's brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant. So this is the woman selling stuff over here. So if you need stuff before you leave, she'll be able to sell it to you, but she gets off before the boat leaves in about 10 minutes. Even though this is a much smaller boat than the previous one I caught, I actually like it. It's quite nice. I mean, there's fewer spots to sort of hang out. I'll have to just sit on the floor, I think, here, either on the top deck or the mid decks. There is a seated area which I might make use of as well. It's air conditioned, but my experience with air conditioning on these boats is that it's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it's like Antarctica and sometimes it's like Egypt. So we're going to give it a go and find out anyway. Look at that old port infrastructure, all busted up. That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Berapa sih bahasa Indonesia ya?
Udah oke.
Oh, mantap.
Ya. Siapa namanya Pak?
Derus Mayana Turki.
Bapak? Enjor. Aku Adam.
Oke.
Ya. Jadi asli Australia. Mau kemana?
Mau ke Bima saya.
Bima, dan Bapak mau kemana?
Bima juga.
Aku pernah ke Bima dari Tanjung Benoa, pakai Pelni langsung. Bagus, aku sangat suka. Aku lagi on the way ke Gili Air.
Gili Air mantap.
Ya.
Mantap.
Aku pakai motor dan nanti aku parkir di garasi di dekat pelabuhan itu. Aman ya?
Aman.
Ya.
Aman.
Gili Trawangan, Gili Air, nggak usah pakai. Harus
pakai dokar atau apa nama lokal lah, Cidomo.
Kalau bahasa Bima Benhur.
Ben. Oh, Ben. Ben.
Bukan Ben.
Itu seperti kalau bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Indonesia, tahu untuk cemilan,
Ya.
snack.
Ya.
Tapi itu seperti ular, snake.
Adam ngerokok.
Aku tidak merokok.
Mantap.
This is the scene here with these guys. So this is classic Indonesia, and if you have a bit of a chat.
Ini asli orang Indonesia.
Ya, ramah, senyum terus.
Alhamdulillah.
Ya.
Identitas. Identitas.
Ya, betul sekali Pak. Ya, betul sekali. Dan banyak bule udah tahu orang Indonesia ramah, dan itu kenapa mereka mau ke sini terus, karena orang Indonesia sangat ramah. Dan mereka bisa ke sini dan senyum juga, karena kalau di negara barat biasanya stres. Jadi kalian ke sini ke Bali untuk apa?
Lintas.
Oh ya? Dari mana? Dari
Dari Jakarta.
Oh, dari Jakarta, asli Jakarta?
Iya. Asli
Oh, itu perjalanan jauh.
Ya lumayan. Kita kan kerja, jadi ya.
Bawa barang apa?
Bawa barang es krim.
Es krim. Wow. Dan itu kulkasnya udah
ada
masih nyala.
Nyala.
Jadi ini nyala terus.
Box,
Ya.
Car, mobil.
Ya.
Ya kan? Ada kulkasnya.
Walaupun ada di jalan di laut masih jalan juga.
Gak boleh mati.
Oh ya, tapi biasanya kalau di kapal harus matiin semua mesin.
Enggak.
Tapi
Cuma mesin mobil aja.
Mesin
Ini
mobil.
Itu sudah rekomendasi dari
Pusat. Ya, dari es krim.
Gak boleh mati.
Oh, wah. Jadi semua es krim untuk Lombok dan
Supplier.
Itu semuanya dari Jakarta.
Dari Jakarta.
Harus kirim lewat truk.
Kalau untuk Papua, Kalimantan,
Ya.
Sulawesi pakai kontainer.
Oh, tapi lama.
Iya lama.
Pakai sip kapal.
Kita sebagai konsumen kita cuman beli makan itu aja.
Iya.
Kita nggak pikir.
Nggak pikir
Ini dari mana?
Dari
Tapi
mana?
ya jauh. Pak.
Saya kasih bocoran untuk di Indonesia.
Ya,
Untuk es krim Wos
ya,
itu dari Jakarta.
ya,
Untuk Campina
ya.
dari Surabaya.
Oh.
Tuh saya kasih bocoran pabriknya ya.
Oh.
Nggak ada di Indonesia itu pabrik 2, 3 nggak ada. Satu itu aja.
Jadi kalau dari Jakarta sampai Bima perjalanannya berapa lama biasanya?
Ini 4 hari 4 malam.
Pinter bahasa Indonesia.
Ya.
Bahasa Indonesia Pak.
Di mana belajar?
Di Bandung.
Di Bandung.
Ya.
Bandung.
Bapak
Bandung mana? Saya orang Bandung.
Oh, aku mah ada mah.
Di Bandungnya mana nih?
Ya di selatan, tahu Caringin.
Oh di
Ada Caringin Soekarno Hatta kan. Pasar Caringin dia yang punya pasar dia.
Ya.
Saya suka jadi.
Oh suka jadi. Oh orang kaya. Kalau di suka jadi mah.
Enggak.
Ada hasil dari bahasa Bandung apa yang didapat? Bahasa Bandung gitu ya?
Ya
Bahasa
bahasa
Indonesia tapi daerah Bandung apa itu yang didapat?
Hese pisan.
Hese pisang. Hese.
Kalau
Dekawari mah biasa wae.
ini juga orang-orang lokal,
Ya.
orang Jakarta,
Ya.
jarang yang bisa bahasa bahasa kita gitu
Kalau
kan.
saya bahasa Inggris ya pegang kuncinya doang.
Ya, ya, ya,
Kunci saya ada di mobil.
Sorry.
Oh iya ya maaf ya. Aku
kan
tahu
ada-
kalau mereka ada banyak masalah dengan apa korupsi di Bandung, kota Bandung juga.
Bukan di Bandung aja korupsi mah di Indonesia mah udah numpuk di Indonesia mah.
Oke Bapak, terima kasih untuk ngobrol hari ini ya Pak.
Oke,
Bapak ya.
Atur nuhun.
Ya, nun Pak. Nun Pak.
Lain kali mungkin ketemu lagi kita entah di
Ya,
mana,
oh pasti.
ya kan, ya.
Ya.
Ah.
These guys are unreal. Thank you very much. Those guys were just the best fun, so friendly. And looks like we're getting underway here. They've just pulled up the ropes, and we're moving. I'm down in an area which I wouldn't have thought you'd be allowed into, but it seems that you are. So we're on our way. Leaving just 20 minutes late. That's all. Hopefully be there in like 5.5 hours. But this view. This view from Padang Bai is one of the best with that big mountain, tropical jungle in the background, and then right over there you can see Gunung Agung in all its glory. Beautiful. Even though sometimes a trip like this can be a bit of a drag, for me it's the real Indonesia. You know, getting out there, speaking with locals, if you can speak the language, even if you can't, you find someone who can speak English. It's just one of those real Indonesian experiences going on a ferry, because Indonesia is obviously a country full of 17,000 islands. Boats like this are used absolutely everywhere, and there's people that are on these boats are going somewhere. They've always got a story to tell. I love it. This is the air-conditioned area on the boat. It's quite civilised, really, when you look at this. And the canteen's just opening now. So this is the view from the back of the boat. As we pull away from Padang Bai, you can see all the trucks loaded in here, and there's a few motorbikes, motorbikes up there somewhere up the front. I heard that some years ago, one of these rear doors either failed or wasn't put up properly, and I heard the ferry pulled away from port and then just sunk. So I guess you've got to be a little bit careful with these things. I don't feel too unsafe on these boats. But you do need to know where the life jackets are. For example, if something goes wrong, you're going to need to know where you're going, because when that happens, when there's something bad going on, like it's going to be panic stations. So I've just come across this guy who's really good in his Indonesian. Bapak, nama siapa Anda?
Nama saya Manfred atau Papa Muhammad Farid juga bisa.
Oke, Manfred. Oke, nama saya Adam. Adam ya.
Oke.
Jadi
Tapi
Bapak
nama Indonesia juga punya.
tidak. Karena kalau di Indonesia ada Adam juga.
Ini ada agama apa ini?
Agama saya Kristen.
Kristen.
Tapi kalau Kristen Muslim sama ada Adam juga.
Pernah kawin di Bandung atau bagaimana?
Kenapa?
Papa kawin di Bandung atau punya istri ya?
Punya istri ya.
Istri agama apa ya?
Kristen juga.
Dia Kristen juga.
Iya, Kristen juga.
Saya dulu saya masuk agama Islam karena istri saya di Lombok.
Iya.
Jadinya nama saya Muhammad Farid. Itu sebabnya.
Menarik juga Pak. Jadi baru landing dari Jerman kemarin ya?
Kemarin dulu 2 hari.
Dan sekarang mau ke Lombok.
Ke Lombok Timur ya.
Timur ada desa atau kota di sana yang Bapak tinggal?
Ada, ini namanya Kembang Kuning, Kecamatan Sikur di Lombok Timur.
Oh.
Ada sekitar 35 tahun yang lalu saya bikin bungalow di sana.
Oh, 35 tahun yang lalu bikin bungalow. Masih ada?
Masih ada.
Oh, dan biasanya kalau orang...
Kalau sewa kamar di sana masih bisa.
Ada bocor dari atap enggak?
Enggak ada. Tetap diperbaiki. Tapi cuma kalau saya ada diperbaiki. Kalau saya tidak ada, enggak.
Pasti bocor lagi ya.
Bocor.
Oke Pak, terima kasih untuk ikut seperti wawancara ini ya. Ya, terima kasih Pak. We're about 3 hours into this journey now, out of about 5.5 hours, but Lombok is well and truly in view now, all the way along there. That's the southwestern coast of Lombok, and the ferry port is way up in the distance there. I just asked the crew if I could go and have a look in the main steering area. So they let me inside. Look at this beautiful view. The bridge. Sorry, my nautical knowledge is not so good. So this is everything about the ship that you operate if you're the captain or one of the drivers over here. Professional. Look at this, beautiful, amazing. Pak, ini buat apa? Radar. Oh wow. Oh, ada juga di sana. Oh yeah, Agdis. Yeah. Look at that. So you can see exactly on that screen. It's a bit hard to see there, but there's a map of Lombok, where we are in relation to other boats, so they can see the traffic around the place. Yeah. So the screen's a little bit not quite bright enough, but you can see there, and then right down the bottom there, I'm sure, yeah, basically down the bottom there, you can actually see the harbour of Lembar, where there's a lot of boats in there, and we're sort of heading around to that direction. So we go over there and turn into Lembar. Amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Santai. Standing order nakoda. Yeah. Nakoda artinya apa? Captain. Yeah. Master. Yeah. So this is the instructions of the captain to the crew here. We've got all these other panels here. Pak, ini asli apa negara? Jepang ya? Ini asli Jepang. Dulu ini dipakai di Jepang. Oh, wow. Jadi Indonesia beli banyak kapal dari Jepang juga?
Iya. Kebanyakan dari Jepang semua.
Kebanyakan
mesin sama apa namanya? Bahannya itu sangat bagus.
Oh, kualitasnya nomor 1. Jadi nggak beli dari Cina ya? Menarik juga. Pak, itu apa yang itu?
Ini kompas.
Kompas ya? Ya. Kalau mau belok bisa putar itu.
Untuk
yang itu ya.
Karena kita sekarang pakai autopilot. Jadi
autopilot.
Jalan sendiri.
Oh, jadi Bapak bisa settingan dulu dan itu bisa nyetir sendiri. Kalau ada ombak besar di sini, Bapak harus atur semua.
Ya, seperti tadi kan kita ke sana.
Ya.
Dari itu ke satu kapal besar itu kita harus hindari. Agar tidak terjadi tumpukan. Dan apa namanya? Ombak alun tadi itu juga supaya muatan kita itu tetap aman. Dan ada komunikasi sama kapal lain? Jelas, ini dengan ini.
Jadi kalau Bapak lihat kapal besar ya pasti...
Ini alatnya ini. Kapal sana namanya ini. Nah, ini dia punya nama.
Wow, menarik sekali. Ya. Semua informasi ada.
Semua ada di sini.
Walaupun gelap masih bisa lihat. Wow. Yang kapal itu.
Sana kita tahu namanya ini. Nah, dia haluannya, ini speednya, nah ini jarak dari kita ke sana.
Oh,
ini
wow.
waktunya.
Yeah. So it seems we've had a really good run today. A 5.5 hour journey or a 4.5 hour journey becomes 3 hours. I mean, the weather's just been beautiful. It's been very flat. There's been hardly a bump on this boat at all. They've been going full speed ahead, and I've had a great time with the guys in the bridge there. I've actually enjoyed this whole journey. It's one of these things that when you get out in the open on ferries in Indonesia, you meet just the best people. Everyone's going somewhere. Everyone's got a story to tell. And the people are really friendly. I mean, you know, people are trying to get through it the best they can by sleeping and eating and drinking and having coffees and smoking and so forth. And everyone's just keen to have a little bit of a chat, you know, just to break up the monotony of the journey. I absolutely love it. Well, I've nearly arrived in Lombok now. It's been a touch under 4 hours total. I'm just going to go down and get my bike and hit the road, see if I can get up to Bangsal and get across to the Gili, see how long that takes. So I've just actually travelled 1 hour from Lombok to the port town of Bangsal, which is a dropping off point for the Gilis, through the mountains and through rice fields, through the big city of Mataram. And I just parked my bike over here at a place called Batman Parkir. So basically I'll park my bike there until I'm ready to come back, whenever that might be. I just follow this guy on a horse and cart. The port's just up here, and apparently the boat goes whenever it's full, so we'll see how busy it gets down here and see how we go. Certainly a lot busier down here right now compared to when I was here last time, which was about Sorry? No, I'll go over here. Thanks. Yeah, it was last time I was here with Wayne. God, it was dead. It was the sun had already almost set. The last public boat had already gone. This time, completely different vibe. Very busy, very busy. Got no idea where I get a ticket from. Even though that guy was trying to sell me one, I don't believe that's necessarily where I have to go. Took a little bit of looking around to find this official ticket office here for the boat to Gili Air, the public boat. We'll see how much it costs. 18. Wait, 18.
1818.
Okay, we'll find out. Bangsal is one of those places where you just hear a lot of bad stories, and it's interesting. I got shortchanged 50,000. Now the guy said it was an honest mistake, and I'll take him at his word. But it happens a lot in this place. It's got I don't know why, but whenever you come here, there's just always something where you've got to be careful. So always count your change, I guess, is the moral of the story on that one. Fairly uneventful boat ride here across to Gili Air. And I've got to look for a hotel. I think it's not too far from the port, but I've got to poke around a little bit to have a look for it. It's one of those boats where you have to get on in the water, so shoes off, straight onto the boat, and then when you're off the other side, I'm barefoot. I mean, I should have thongs on, but I'm a bit disorganised. At first look, looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Reminds me a lot of Gili Meno, which is unsurprising given that the three islands are all in a row and pretty close to each other. Interestingly, all the roads are paved, which is interesting. It feels quite a lot more built up than I expected, actually. A lot more built up than Gili Meno, and we sort of know that from what people say, but I'm just surprised at how built up it really is. Here's my place. Looks pretty good. Nice big pool there, that looks nice. Nice gardens. We have these little bungalows, and I guess this is my bungalow. I think it's costing about, I think 500,000 a night or something like that. Makasih.
Sama-sama.
Nice little lounge there. And here's my room. Oh, it's nice and cool in here as well. It has some really interesting traditional styling with this covering like that, but they've painted it white to make it look a little bit more modern. Yeah, it's got an AC in here. Nice big bed with a mosquito net, which obviously you don't need if you've got AC going. I don't know what that is. That's the third bed in there. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe if you've got a child, you can whack them on the bed there. And then I'm guessing down here we've got a good old bathroom. Beautiful. Outdoor style bathroom. It's nice. Really looking forward to spending a bit of time in this place, exploring Gili Air. I'm actually going to be exploring all of the Gilis while I'm out here. So I made this journey all the way here, not because I just wanted to come to Gili Air. I'm going to explore them all over the next, I don't know, week and a half or something along those lines. I'll be here for quite a while and I'll be pumping out quite a few videos to really get some more on the ground info about this whole group of islands. I've already been to Gili Meno once, but I will pop in there again and just give you a bit of an update at some point over the next week or so. And then I'll end up in Gili Trawangan, which is a place that I wouldn't naturally go to, but because I want to explore it and get my own point of view and my own opinion on it, I've got to go there and experience it for myself. And that'll include going out at night and having a look at what the nightlife situation is there as well. I'm actually looking forward to it. All of this I'm looking forward to. Thanks for coming along for the ride today on my trip all the way from Sanur, all the way here to Gili Air. It's taking me, I left at 4 a.m, it's 2 p.m. now. What's that? 10 hours. It took me 10 hours door to door. It's a little bit longer than I expected, to be honest, but not too bad. I've got my welcome drink. I'm ready to roll. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time and sampai jumpa.